These are top players in different organizations. They are here at the instance of Learning and Development Network International Lagos Region. 2021 has been an eventful year, and this dinner is to say thank you to the members. David Brown and Adora Ikwemesi made presentations on the theme Attrition and Managing Talent in the New World of Work.
The statistics on Nigeria are really similar to the rest of the world, as in the top three things that people really want. Number one really being that they not really compensation, but more work-life balance.
You've noticed now, especially now in the pandemic, wellness, well-being is very, very important. So when you're thinking about what you should be doing, this is some, as they say, Nigeria Expo. This is what matters most to Nigerian employees, and I mean 70%.
Learning and Development Network International is an association that provides a credible platform for professionals committed to providing learning and development solutions to support the growth of enterprises in Nigeria. The 10-year-old body provides its members opportunities for networking, mentorship, capacity building, and ethical business practice. Participants at this event had time to network and also share experiences.
A friend shared with me a couple of weeks ago their son who just graduated and went for an interview, told the employer or the interviewer that I will work for only this number of days. So it's that time where not just for millennials, I believe, every other person, just in line with what the study showed up, good work-life balance, good compensation, being at the top. So employees are now able to determine, to tell you the number of hours they want to work.
I've noticed over time, and some research has been done about it too, that people are more interested in gigs and short-term things and looking for something new. So many times people are looking at how can I transit from one role to another. And many companies who still have structures that are rigid will continue to experience that attrition every 2.5 years.
We talk about employee engagement, right? I always say, is it employee engagement or employer engagement? Because really it's the employer that is engaging, that has to do everything to engage you, and I can do everything to engage you and you still won't be engaged.
How do you strike that balance between making sure that you provide, and you do your best back to ensure that your employees are engaged? Yeah, so there's a lot more work that has to be done around engagement. There's a lot more work that has to be done for HR around pipeline.
And sometimes at the end of those sessions, there are needs for specific talents based on the need from those particular strategies. Yeah. And that tends to happen in January. So some of those opportunities appear in general because organizations are looking after people.
Many say they got value for the time spent here.
It's been an interesting evening. It's still going on and it's still very interesting from my own perspective. I'm having a good time.
If your CEO asks you some key questions, are you able to answer? And I think those are quite strategic, because at the end of the day, if you're able to provide insight to your MD CEO about the operations within the organization, I believe that HR will have a better space in terms of being part of the decision-making process. So that has been quite insightful, and I'm hoping that that is a major takeaway for me to implement.
Interesting statistics that has been shared in terms of employee engagement, and it just shows that there's a lot to learn as to what drives engagement in our own environment.
It's so important to come out and engage with your colleagues, because we've had opportunities to see insights on talent management, information that is set out to help us to set the types of systems and structures that will make our businesses successful, given the uncertain times that we live in.
Today's event was cool. There are not many times when people gather to network and there are serious conversations on the table while you are eating, meeting people and all of that. So I think it was great. I hope it continues.
This was for me an affirmation of some thoughts I've been having. about my workforce and about the way I should be going next year. So it was also good meeting people from outside my industry.
Managing talent today requires a new mindset, and because it requires a new mindset, it means we need to unlearn the way we need to manage a workforce. We have pretty smart workforce today, so we should treat them that way.
Employers of labor should understand that the times have changed and that the employees are people who have a mind of their own and that they want to be challenged, engaged, and empowered to do things. You know, employers should be able to embrace new ideas from these employees.
Ldni Lagos region received applause for organizing a successful event.
Kudos to our Lagos regional executives. Certainly this is something that even the national body needs to borrow a leaf from. And then I'll be recommending this to the other regions.
For the Ldni Lagos has been terrific. Met people, exchanged thoughts. One of the key highlights was sharing the data about the workforce in Nigeria and what the learning space looks like. And I think that's good.
This has been an interesting event, very enlightening in terms of the conversations that have taken place. And more importantly, it's an avenue where one has met and caught up with a lot of professional colleagues.
In the long run, Ldni will evolve into a professional institute with statutory backing to regulate and develop learning and development practice in Nigeria.